Okay, so how many of y'all have had loofah? I don't mean scrubbing your back in the shower or using it to clean your dishes. I mean eating loofah. I know, sounds crazy, right? But my friend Bowtie Live David here on YouTube says that you can eat these things when they're about this big. And in fact, one might be a little too big, so I'm just gonna let that one go. But the other ones we're gonna harvest and do a taste test on loofah. So sit back, relax, and let's have some fun, y'all. Kind of thinking outside the box on this one, right? Okay, so as you can see, we've got some good sized loofahs going. Now he said when they're about the diameter of your thumb. So this one's a little too big, but I'm still gonna harvest it because it's not as big as this one. Which this one, since it is the size it is, I'm just gonna let it grow to however big it gets. But look, we got another one here, another one right there, another one right over there. We're gonna go ahead and harvest those and give them a taste test. Now what he told me is you can cook them like you would a squash. So however you cook your squash is what I'm told you can do these with. So we are gonna learn this together because I don't have a clue on this. Not a clue. Okay, this is gonna sound crazy. But these actually smell like spicy nacho cheese. I'm not joking, y'all. There is a weird smell on these. Not a weird in a bad way, but definitely a different smell. This is kind of exciting. I would have never thought you could eat loofah, because you know, all we ever hear about it is how you clean with it. But this is gonna be fun. So let's go inside and get this harvest and taste going. All right, so let's give these a shot. Now, I said a minute ago, I swear this smells like spicy cheese. It is blowing my mind, y'all. But so I'm gonna do this in two ways. I like squash and zucchini both from the oven, baking, and boiling. So we're gonna do one boiling and one in the oven. I asked Bowtie Live David how he eats them, and he says pretty much the same thing, both ways. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's get these chopped up. I've never chopped into a loofah, so I'm actually kind of excited, and I'm really excited to have you all along for the ride. All right, so let's just take the ends off. I've already washed these and dried them, so we're good there. Now looking at it right now, you almost venture to say that is a cucumber or a zucchini just by looking at them. All right, all of this will go in the compost, or I'll go feed the worms. For the boil, we'll just cut them to little chunks like that. Absolutely, totally looks like a cucumber or a zucchini, right? So cool. Now this one's the one that I'm a little worried about because it's so much bigger than the thumb. So we're just gonna cut this one right down the center. And this is how I'll actually bake them, just like this. All right, so here we go. All right, so you can see the seeds are slowly starting to come in at this level, at this stage of growth. But I think that's still gonna be just fine. And y'all, I'm not gonna lie, it's been about 4 hours since I harvested these, and already they're soft. So I don't think these have much of a shelf life. Pretty much harvest and immediately prepare. But I mean, they still look good to me. course, the pot that I want to use for this, which is a smaller pot, is actually being washed right now. So use this bigger one, no big deal. This won't take very long to boil, that is for sure. There's not much in there, but I'm just gonna do some water and pretty much that's it. Water, a little bit of salt, and that'll be about it, because I actually want to taste the flavor of the loofah, not a bunch of butter or other seasonings. Oh, I like the Himalayan salt, just a little bit. That go ahead and do its thing, boil, and we'll check it out. Okay, so I'm really curious if y'all have had loofah before like this, and you have different recipes, different stories, maybe family stories of eating this crop. Do us all the favor. Drop those stories, those comments, those recipes down in the comments, and let's share our experience with actually eating this plant instead of just using it, in the kitchen or in the shower. Pretty basic, y'all. I keep pretty much everything really simple. We're gonna do a little, what is this? Avocado oil. Grease the pan just a little bit. Front and back of each one of these. Not a lot. Now, of course, if y'all don't like avocado oil and you use a different type of oil, then by all means, go for it. This is just what I like to use personally. All right, we're gonna do just a slight dusting of pepper. And just a slight dusting, which that was actually a lot of salt. Oh, that's all good. I have the oven set at 325. Give it about 15 minutes in the oven, maybe 20. I'm gonna check the consistency, see how it looks, then we're gonna roll from there. So until all this is ready, be right back. Okay, so while that's in there heating up and everything, I came out to the garden because I wanted to look at the plants again. And y'all, these loofah plants really grow really quick. I mean, those things are just massive. A month ago, they were nowhere near this. And I just saw another loofah right there that I missed this morning. Also earlier today, check out what was going on the loofah flowers. I mean, y'all, bees in the garden. Does it get any better? So that's the loofah that I'm leaving up here. Hand comparison, it's probably about 10 inches right here. It's actually soft. For some reason I was thinking they were firm this morning, but no, that's actually soft. Gorgeous area. I had to trim the growing tip off of this because, as you can see, it's all the way around. I don't want that thing going everywhere. So I took the growing tip off of that one. So hopefully it'll just focus on growing loofah instead of continuing to grow. So been out here long enough. Let's go back in, see if everything's ready to go in the oven. All right, so that's what I like to see. We're gonna give that about 10 minutes of just boiling. The oven is almost ready. All right, here we go. To be totally honest, y'all, just now thinking about it and looking at those loofahs that went in the oven, I think I'm only gonna do about 7 minutes and then I'm gonna check, because they are very thin. They're not thick and robust like cucumber or like squashes and zucchinis are. So I don't wanna burn them. So we're gonna go 7 minutes at 325 for right now while those are still boiling. So be right back. All right, y'all. These have been going now for about 8 minutes in that pot. I think they're good. I mean, they look fine to me. Very tender. Very tender. Look at that. Probably left them in way too long. Let's be real. Yeah, these are super tender. Let me pull one more out. Yeah, definitely left them in there too long as far as on the heat that I had them on, but that's all right. They cooked a lot quicker. About a minute until those are done. We're gonna go we're gonna go 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes in there, but let's go ahead and give these a shot. Ooh, look at that. Okay, again, only reason I boiled them the way I boiled them is just simply because I want to get the flavor of them. I'm actually a little nervous. All right, here we go. Can you tell I like them? Exactly like a zucchini. A little softer in the texture, a little lighter in the zucchini flavor, but very good. If you like squash and zucchini, I'm telling you, you're gonna like these loofahs the way that we just cooked them right there. And of course, if you're gonna add them your own different ways, your different recipes, or add them to other recipes like you would a squash or a zucchini, then by all means go for it. That is really good. I honestly would never have thought to try to eat these, considering what we think about when you think of loofah. So, yeah, very good. Let me say this, it's mellow on the zucchini flavor. That's the best way I can describe it. It's mellower than what you would think when you're eating a zucchini. So if you have someone that doesn't really like zucchini because of, whatever reason, give them a shot at this. This is totally different. Similar but different. Hope I'm making sense. I'm probably not. All right, y'all, check those out. These look pretty good to me. Smell really good. Yeah, smells really good. Okay. I'm really excited to try it this way. All right, if these are as good roasted as they were boiled, then y'all, I'm in for a treat. Now, these are just a little bit more crunchy. I can tell by the texture a little bit. Maybe the right spot was 325 at 9 minutes. I think I did 325 at 10. I'm definitely gonna have to play around with this until I can lock this down and figure out exactly the right everything. All right, okay, out of the 2 ways, baked way, I don't want to say better, definitely more of the flavor of the plant. It definitely has that zucchini flavor, there's no doubt about it. Adding a little bit of crunch this direction right here, a little bit of texture is nice. Hold on, let me go back in. Adding the salt and pepper to it, just I think enhanced it pretty good. Y'all, these are so good. Okay, done. Harvest and taste, this one is definitely a success. Thank you, Bowtie Life David. If y'all haven't checked out his channel, go over, check out his channel. I'm putting his page up right here, and his link will be down below. That is really good. I think he's right. When the loofah gets to about your thumb, or maybe just a little bit bigger, is when you harvest, because right now the skin on the peel of this loofah is just textury enough. I don't know if that's a word, textury. There's just enough texture on the peel to give it that little bit of a crunch if you bake it this way. The flavor is very zucchini. You can absolutely taste the zucchini. You can taste the freshness of this plant. And I think this is an absolute staple. Once you try it, I think you all are gonna like it. And I'm gonna be totally honest and kind of go in a different direction here. I have so many issues with squash vine borers here in zone 9A just north of Houston, and zero issues with anything attacking the loofah plant. And if we can get this kind of quality food that tastes very similar to zucchini and not have to deal with the vine borer pressure that I'm always dealing with here, especially this time of year in the springtime, this is a no-brainer for me. I will continue planting this and eating this. This is very, very good. So everyone, if you've never tried loofah as a food, give it a shot. I'm giving this a 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Nothing's 100%, right? Very good flavor, very, very easy to grow. And from what I'm told, these things can these plants, vines can get completely out of hand. So you need to stay on top of it. But the more you harvest, the more it's going to produce, and go from there. So I mean, you got one plant that you can eat from and also let grow really big and then use around the house. That's like awesome, right? All right, everyone, if y'all enjoyed this video, if you got anything out, if you learned anything, if I just kind of opened your eyes up to eating something new, like my eyes were opened up to this also, then do me the 3 favors: share, like, subscribe to this channel if you've not done so already, and join this fast growing community of like-minded gardeners here on YouTube. Everyone, take care. May God continue to bless each and every one of you. Continue to shine bright and harvest hard. Try something new, grow some loofah, give it a shot, have some fun with it, and I'll talk to y'all again real soon. Bye.